Good evening, South Africa. Good evening, Henning. Thank you very much for hosting this panel discussion together with SAIFAC. I think you made an excellent choice here. And of course, I'm also very happy to share some thoughts with you about where we are right now in the DRC. So the moment I'm recording this, we're still without a new government. Hopefully we will get one within the next few days. It's now 8 months after the elections. But even if we have our new government eventually, I think we will still be finding ourselves in post-election period for quite some time, just for the reason that the new government needs to settle in. Also, society needs to deliberate about the things that happened over the past 4 to 5 years, so the time of the constitutional crisis that led to the postponement of the elections for 2 years. Talking about the elections, I think there's no question that there were high doubts with the result and the election. Think of the logistical problems ahead of the election, the electronic voting machine, the electoral roll. Think of the numerous reports about diverging election results, the numerous reports about votes that disappeared. Think also of the opposition members that were disqualified just a few weeks ago. So taking all this into account, I think it is very clear that this was not a perfect election. Still, I am a firm believer of each country on its own. Democracies don't fall from the sky. I think South Africa, also Germany, we both have some thoughts on this. The DRC is a very young democracy. It's only 13 years old. So we're also talking about an election that was not supposed to take place if it wasn't for the pressure of civil society and international partners. We're also talking about an election that remained peaceful on the day of the vote and has remained peaceful as a country ever since. And this peace is probably, to me, the biggest success of those elections and a clear sign that we're now dealing with a country that has matured. The DRC has now accumulated quite some democratic experience and finds itself now in its third legislature. So I would even go as far as calling the DRC no longer a post-conflict country, but a step closer to becoming an emerging democracy. What needs to be done for the Congo to stay on this path? I think this is two things. One is security sector reform. Two is invigorating the economy. President Tshisekedi clearly needs to get its hands on reforming the security sector. Soldiers, police need to be well paid, well equipped, well trained. This is also key to reducing human rights violations in the country and also, of course, winning Ebola in the east of the country. The Congo can no longer rely for its own security on MONUSCO. Security sector reform clearly and of course is closely intertwined with invigorating the economy. What needs to be done is getting the revenue that lies under the ground of the Congo into the treasury. If we want to see the Congo take off, if we want to see the Congo become a heart of brightness in Africa, one of those nations that can have a trigger effect for the entire continent, this is what needs to be done. What can South Africa do for this? As you all know, you guys have played a remarkable role in the history of our nation. So keep trading, keep talking to all political partners of the DRC, keep welcoming Congolese that come to South Africa to study, to work. And I think by hosting this panel discussion, you already contribute and do an excellent job. So congratulations on this and a fruitful discussion and a fruitful debate tonight.